Hello, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. This is the Mercedes DLC edition, I guess. I don't know. So Mercedes DLC was added to give two more cars, two Mercedes cars, actual real cars, as opposed to based upon cars without license like the rest of the vehicles. And this is the second of the two that I've been able to buy. The first one has been stripped and rebuilt, and struggled to afford the next one. As you can see, I have managed to buy it, and we've stripped it down. We're starting to rebuild it, but if you look at my money in the top right, you'll notice I don't have enough. So, you know, for instance, I've only got 4 of the 6 pistons that I require, so we're going to have to do some other work to pay for that. So we need a medium length job to make it worthwhile. Let's work on a Bianco. I don't know why. I could have sold one of my cars that's in storage, but I was reluctant to do that. The other thing I wanted to mention when I was over here is that I've almost filled up the parking, except for now they've added 2 more sets of 6. So when I was just about feeling like I was in touch with my main sort of overarching meta goal, if you like, of filling up the garage with unique vehicles, I didn't want to repeat any of them. It'd be nice to be able to... Can you move these around, I guess, between all the Salems in one spot? Anyway, but they've added 2 more, which presumably cost 50 grand each. The hash parking E. Yeah, good use of your... I can't even buy that now. So 100. So they've put the price up as well. 150 grand. Good grief. All right. Well, that's all the chatting. Well, that's a bit messy, isn't it? I guess that's the rear bumper that needs to be fixed. So let's get on with the job. Oh, excuse me, I've gone all burpy. Oh, not what you need. Right, that's not the button I wanted. There we go. So lack of engine power, gearbox, body parts. So lack of engine power. So that could be air filters. Let's check the air filter. It can be a bit of a pain. All these little clips. But it's easy to overlook the air filter. The air filter seems fine. Right, what's the level we're looking for? Everything in the car has to be over 65%. That's surely more than 65%. That's brand new. Yeah, 71. Well, it's not brand new, but it's good enough. So the air filter isn't a problem. Let's put all that back together. Right. Well, I could do some diagnostics. I'd have forgotten all about the diagnostics, you know. How do we do diagnostics? I forget. No. I've forgotten how you do this. Okay, here we go. Right, ODBD scanner. Yay! You get into examine mode. So there we go. So for engine power, I probably really want the compression test. Oh, that's useful. It's actually showing me the ignition core. So this tests the electrics, obviously. So the ignition cores are down. That will be causing a problem. 65%. I think 65 is okay. If the car is 65... I can't remember, is it 65 or 66? 65. So 65 is okay. No. What do you do? Oh, it's F2, not 2. Yeah. Doing well. So this is where you blow into the engine and see if any of it comes out anywhere. Testing seals and stuff, I guess. Okay, so that's all okay. All the pistons and everything, which is what I was perhaps worried about having to get deep into the engine. Alright, so let's try the final test, which is the electronics, or random number generator as I like to call it. Diddle-loo, diddle-loo, diddle-loo. Bang! Results are this. Fuel pump. Ah, that's interesting. Look right at the back. I might not have thought about that for engine power. So let's get straight in there and have that out. That's easy to forget. Right, and there was some ignition coils, wasn't it? Now, I didn't know we had ignition coils. Oh, it's these, isn't it? I'm getting confused with the 300SL I've just dealt with. So, those 2 are the ones to take out. I can't take them out in that mode, which I find very irritating. Okay, the battery was okay. So, what else? What else would it be? The gearbox... probably wouldn't overlap. Oh, there's a rusty thing. Look, what's this? Throttle. That would have been part of the problem. Yeah, awesome. So, ooh, what's this here? This is grey. Fuel filter. So that'll be all of that, I guess. Yeah, awesome. Alright, so let's check out the gearbox. Oh, I have to take off the front bloody wheels for the gearbox. Grumble mutter. Do 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 do. Do. In fact, I assume you do. I should try taking the axle off on the other side actually without removing the wheel. Let's see what that gives us. Is it no joy at all? No, no joy at all. That's fair enough. You wouldn't really expect to be able to take an axle off without the wheel being a bit involved. Not in a car that was working. So there we go, set the drive shaft off. So now we should be able to hack at the gearbox. We might want it up in the air actually. Oh, but we might need to take off the starter motor first. Yeah, there we go. There, I remembered. Often don't. Alright. Let's see now. Mr. Gearbox. Oops, no, Mr. Gearbox. There we go. So it's not the gearbox itself, that was pretty okay, so there must be chocolate inside. Not the release bearing, so it must be this and either the flywheel or the clutch plate. I'm going to go with that's the clutch plate. Yeah, alright, so that's all that fixed. And now we can try and fix those parts, because, you know, we're on a money kick. Otherwise we have to purchase them, and that then becomes a problem. Remember, they only have to be over 65%. I'd only have to fix them up to 100, so that might be good enough. Let's go and see. So, let's go back to the clutch. Hello. Yeah, of course we've got 100% one for our other car. Let's not use that. Clutch pressure plate we couldn't fix. That's a non-fixable part, so we need a clutch pressure plate. Gearbox. Pressure plate, $88, that's not a problem. I can afford that. Now I know I'll get the money back at the end, but if I can't afford to actually buy the part, then that doesn't make any difference. Clutch bearing, 65%, I think that's good enough. Also it wasn't listed as a problem part, also a good reason for it to be not an issue. Now, all of this goes back on. Lovely jubbly, stick your wheel back on. Grand. Right, let's go around the other side. Whoop. Axle. And a wheel. Axle F. Do, 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 do. Yep. Fuel pump. That couldn't be fixed apparently. So we need a fuel pump. Engine. Fuel pump 120, a bit more pricey. So fuel pump in that pops. I mean, some ignition coils, which I assume we couldn't fix. So I can put the car down now, actually, so we can get at these parts. So ignition coils, no, they couldn't be fixed. Clutch reflector, we've done fuel filter as well. Okay, so I need to buy those parts. Ignition coils. Okay. Oh, ignition coil B. I don't like the sound of that. That must be for the Mercedes. So yeah, I've got $4 remaining. Oh no, it's 4 jobs remaining. Sudden panic. Right. Fuel filter. Fuel filter. $30. Yeah. Not a problem. And there was throttle. Ah, yes. Could we not fix the throttle? We could. Awesome news. So that is those two bits of the job done. So now we've got the bodywork and the repaint. Oh, I can't. Oh, 500 for a repaint. I've got 502. I predict issues. I'm going to have to sell a car, aren't I? This is going to irritate me. Especially after all this effort to not sell a car. Front left door, left headlight, left tail light, rear bumper and trunk. Really? Nothing wrong with that. Left tail light. Oh, that looks a bit nasty, yeah. What else was it? Front left door, left headlight. Odds are we can't fix these, but you know, well, that we won't. Has to be over 65%, remember. Oh, nothing banged, so that's all fixed, I think. Oh, awesome. I wasn't sure you could fix headlights. I hope he doesn't want these at 100%, because, you know, that's not what we're about. Did I put the door on? Yeah, that's all on. Okay, so that's all fixed, is it? It is. Literally got $2 more than required to paint it. Hopefully, unless the paint's gone up, of course. Where's we gone? Where's we gone? Yes. Factory colour, please, for $500. There you go, I've got enough for lunch. If it's particularly cheap. That's okay, because now we can say to the customer, gives you money, £3 grand. Okay, after we've completed the job. The starter motor, one of my favourites to forget. Let's give him that one. There we are, sir. Give it a little polish. Take off the greasy finger marks. Take it away. Give me your $3,700. Right, okay, now let's continue. I know it probably isn't enough. But, so we need 2 more pistons with conrods. So let's continue on. Continue on. Dude, where? That's bad. That's not even French. What do I want? Pistons with conrods. 2 of. Alright. And then we can put on the lid. Yeah, we've got one of them. That's the official term, I think, for a lid. We don't have any of these. So rocker arm for 300 SLs. Okay, $60. That's not too bad. Yep, bolt them on. Otherwise they just fall off. Don't you know? There we go. I thought they were the same as for the 560, so it's intriguing that it says it's 300 SL specific. 6 little sparkles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little sparkles. Screw them in nice and gently. Well, use a torque wrench to be honest, but we don't have one of them. Okay. And then we've a camshaft. Good. That sounds like something that would be expensive, doesn't it? No camshaft bearing caps though. Let's hope they're cheap. How many bears have we got? Not many. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. I almost bought a 5th one, but no, 4. It is, as the song goes, the magic number. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I thought I bought 4. Apparently not. Oh dear. I can't quite hear the noises the game makes, so it does have a response noise when you buy something, but I'm obviously not hearing it quite. So cam gear for an i6. Cam gear for i6, just one of them. And then we need some of these little things in here. He said, using their technical term. Oh, can we put the timing chain in next, can we? Okay, that'll do. Timmy! Timing chain for 300 SL. Timing chain Brocket i6. Timing chain sprocket. 2 of those at least. There might be a 3rd one even. So 1, and there's another. Oh, screw it in first. There's another one hidden under here. Oh, it's really hard to get to as well. There it is. Alright, I think that's that. Yeah, we can put the timing cover on if we had one. So 300 SL. In fact, you just put SL in, can't you? Let me put the 300 in. Remind me. It's right down the bottom. Timing cover. Alright, let's put that on first. Then the timing cover. A few bolts. Water pump pulley and a crankshaft pulley. i6. So, crankshaft pulley. I don't know what I put on all. Anyway, never mind. Crankshaft pulley. Oh, is it on i6 one? Water pump pulley. Ah, that's the non-i6 one. Crankshaft pulley would be an i6 then. An i6 jobber. Just didn't expect it to be silver, but hi ho. That's all fine. Oh, got the serpentine belt B. I6 was that? Yeah. Engine. Serpentine belt. AI6. I've got to assume it's a BI6, even though I shouldn't really be assuming with my lack of cash. But that was correct. I've got the radiator, that's nice. Or the fan even. What about the radiator? Yes, we've got that too. Cool, like that we don't have to bolt it in, it just slides in. Right. Nope, don't have cylinder head cover. Good grief. Alright. Well, we had a lot to start with, I suppose, so I shouldn't be upset that I haven't got a lot of these parts. Cylinder head cover. Nice. A few little bolts for that. And we've got the exhaust manifold. I remember seeing that. Just 2 bolts. You'd think there'd be 2 for each of those, wouldn't you? Oh, manifold cover. Yeah, okay. I guess something goes on top of that then. Intake manifold. Shield that from the heat. There we go, that's what the throttle goes onto, of course, isn't it? Yeah. Which we don't have. So, throttle from the SL group. Throttle. Presumably bolts on a bit. Yeah, a few bolts for that. Alright, cool. So we're getting along fairly well. It's the engine build mostly done. In fact, we can just complete that, why not? Stick the oil pan on. Anything else I forgot to put underneath? Why can't I? Oh yeah, I haven't actually gone into the... I haven't clicked on the engine. Good grief. Alright. It's the little things you forget. As well as the big things. Right, so... oil filter I6. Oil... I6. Okay, so that's the engine almost finished. You keep thinking it's finished. It's not quite finished. Oh, I have to put that on for the engine bay. Right, let's deal with the rest of the vehicle if we can afford to. Oh, look at this sort of bare chassis under here. Look, just these bars. You'd sort of think they'd be covered by something to keep them protected, or some rust or whatever. Whatevs. So, what have we got to do at the rear? That was all done, wasn't it? Oh, okay. Oh, the exhaust. That's what I need to do. Yeah, okay. Front exhaust section 300 SL. So exhaust, front exhaust section 300 SL. So desperately cheap, not desperately expensive, I guess. Middle exhaust for the 300 SL. Middle exhaust 300 SL. Yeah, all roughly the same sort of price. It's gonna maybe top me out a bit. Oh, is that the only part? Oh, there's only one more part. That's relatively good. There's only 3 bits to the exhaust. That's quite unusual. I suppose there wouldn't be a... how much is this? Ooh. There wouldn't be a catalytic converter back in those days. Alright, so... yeah, I've got the brakes to put on. And... yeah, we're kind of getting there. Nope, that's not where it is. There we go. Just noticing some yellow and black reflections. Anyway, enough. Oh, the distributor. That's right. Where does that go? Press 2. There we go. Ghostly appears. So we've not got one of those, and that's just a general ignition distributor. Stick it over there. Spread it around a bit. Everyone likes a bit of ignition. Distribute it fairly. Ignition distributor. There it is. I expect it to be before ignition distributor cap, because that's how alphabetic works. Ignition distributor rotor. Oh, we've got one of those. That's nice. What about cap? Yeah, that fixed up nicely. Do we not need to clip that shit on? So I'd kind of like to have to do that before I can affix anything to the distributor, really. There we go. Because you could easily forget those caps. That'd be really irritating. So ignition wires for 300 SL. I bet I can't afford these. Nope. Alright, good. So we're back to needing a job, but of course I haven't got any money. Have I stymied myself? Is there a really easy job? In fact, that doesn't matter. It has to be cheap, not easy. I'm gonna have to sell a car. If it's gonna be anything. One of the reasons is it takes no time to load as well, so it's really quick to get into the the showroom. So what is this worth? 8.5 grand. Well, okay, I guess it's time to sell the car. Watch 8.5 grand not be enough. Oh, for fuck's sake. I managed to put it away without putting any oil in it. Oh, that's not where the engine is. Right, so, where do you put oil? There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, it takes quite a bit of oil. Brilliant. That's that done. Okay, well, hope the new white owners enjoy our nice bluey purple Mallock. Yeah. Boo-hoo. Right, cross it off the list. Mallock. Well, cross it off lightly. Maybe I'll replace it with another Mallock one day. One day my Mallock will come. Okay, so now we can afford to continue with whatever it was we were doing on here. I've already forgotten. We've got spark plug. What must be? Oops, that's the wrong button. Ignition wires. Right, yes, they were expensive, weren't they? I remember. Ignition wires. 250 of your Earth dollars. Right, was that it? So I have to spend I have to sell an 8.5 grand car for a 200. Oh no, I've got the brakes and stuff to do. There's plenty more to be done, don't worry. Right, so brakes, etc. So we've got 2 ventilated and 2 normals. Let's do that. Brakes, 2 ventilated, 2 normals. We'll need 4 brake pads. Okay. Oh, does it have a wheel hub? Oh, it does look. Wheel hub cap. I always forget those as well, so hard to see. All at the bottom. Oh, just click. Oh, I was at the bottom. Oh, just 1, 2 of those. Right, put that in. And brake pad. How many calipers have we got? Only got 2. Oh, that's very poor. So put the tyre on. The tyre. What was I going to say? The flipping tyre. I don't know. Right. And then we have the wheel hub cap. And then we've got our last caliper, so we need 2 more of the calipers. We also need 2 more rims, I believe, if I remember correctly. Of course, I trust my memory about as far as I can throw it. How far could you throw your memory, I ask? That's not where I want to be. Right, brake disc normal, brake pad, and 2 more calipers. And 2 more wheels. Yes, so that's Rim 300 SL. Wheel shop. Rim 300 SL. Okay, nice and easy. I like the fact it's a rim, but it comes with a tyre on it. That's service for you. Oh, and the battery, look, I can see the battery there, look. The hard to find battery, or potentially, or reportedly hard to find. Of course it might have been fixed, I don't know. I don't know. Accessible from engine bay, which I guess is here. So I guess I don't have a battery. What happened there? Can I put the battery in here? No, it's not obvious. Well, let's buy a battery at least, so we've got one. Engine. There we go. So it's weird. You can't just click on the battery. Okay, that is a bit weird. So do I have to go in from the engine bay and then all the way to the back somehow? No, I can't click on anything down there. Oh, can I click on the exhaust pipe? No. Alright, well there we go. I remember reading people had a problem and thinking, oh, they're just being silly. Oh, I need to be in assemble mode. Oh, and I haven't done the gearbox either. That should probably help. Oh, there we go. I can see the battery hole now. Let's see if I can... Can't reach it though. I zoom all the way out over... No, I was going to say, if I went over here and zoomed out, maybe it'd be far enough away that I could touch it, but... Okay, so how about if I click on here, and then press 2. Ah, there we go. That's what I wasn't doing. There you go, easy peasy. Just remember how to actually play the game, for God's sake. Right, gearbox. I was going to say there's no drive shaft, of course, when I was looking for something to click on to get me to the back there, but that's because I haven't put the gearbox in. There is no drive shaft yet. Right, Mr. Flywheel. Nope, need him. We need a fuel filter as well, don't we? Gearbox. Flywheel. No. So, clutch pressure plate. Almost certainly going to need a clutch bearing, whatever it's called as well, so I don't think they can be fixed. Release bearing here. And how about the gearbox itself? Yes, lovely jubbly. Alright, and this fuel filter, accessible from the engine bay. Alright. Okay, we don't have a drive shaft either. That's in gearbox, isn't it? I remember finding that a problem once before, wondering where that was. It's like the exhaust manifold not being in the exhaust section. It's one of those slightly strange decisions. I mean, you know, why not put it in both, I guess? So that's all that. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, the fuel filter. So, let's see, I assume I don't have one. Oh, whatever that is, look. Oh, a starter motor, accessible from engine bay. Oh, am I not in the engine? Oh no, I've got to be... it doesn't count as the engine bay if you haven't jumped in from above. Okay, so... starter motor. Yep, we have got one of those. Good. And the fuel filter. Do not have. So, engine... fuel filter. Okay, right, we're getting there. What have I forgotten? Ah, fuel, oil. That's something I haven't put in yet. Oil. Blub, 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 blub. Ignore the fact it's kind of missing. Wait for the oil can to kick up. Look at the yellow and black reflections on the tin. Just for anality's sake. Anality? Is that a word? It is now. Double check the level, that's fine. Okay, and then we can look at the condition. Now it's all fine apart from that 4%, which I think is going to cost me £2,000. So here we go. Repair body frame. 2099. That seems a bit harsh. Oh, that makes a funny noise. It sort of growls gently to show you that it's doing some work. Alright, look at the yellow and black reflections in the silver work and admire this fairly horrible coloured car. Alright, so that's the next thing. Let's make it less horrible coloured. Well, in my eyes, of course, you might all be thinking, no, not purple again, no. Well, we could make it a ridiculously light pink. How about that? Well, you say I could. I mean, apparently my ability is maybe not up to it. Pink? Where's pink? I guess that's pinkish. Right. Oh, yeah, there we go. She looks quite good. Well, I'm not going to pay another $1,500 to make it a different colour. I think you should be able to change the colour of it, and then when you finalise it, that's when you pay the money. I know it's not quite realistic, but then, you know, what is? So here we have it. A car that we tried. Took a long time to get to. So if we open all the bits, that's how you take photos, isn't it? Now let's bring the other one back into the garage as well, just for completeness. So there we go. In fact, I'd prefer it on the other lifter so I can see it from over here. Let's put the bonnet up. And the boot, why not? Funds. Get ourselves Le Camera. Alright, so I like to lower myself down. Sounds a bit iffy, doesn't it? Oh, going down. Going down on my vehicles. And then how do we focus? The left thing. So we could focus on the one in the background. Look, that looks quite arty, but yeah, a bit rubbish. How about it's somewhere in between? So they're both slightly out of focus. Obviously the best of both worlds. And then take the photo. Now it should say it's taken a screenshot in the bottom right hand corner there, but it didn't. I'm going to try that again. I've got to go and pick the camera up again. So then going down. Oh, you can go much lower than I was expecting. I don't want to go that low. Dude. Alright. That's still a bit low. Need to be looking down a little bit on them. Just not as much as I was. Right, there we go. Focus somewhere in between. And... oh, took 2 photos then. God, let's just assume it's worked. Hooray! So there we are. The Mercedes DLC. So we have the 560 SEC and the 300 SL. I finally remember the numbers. And they both go into the garage. Now I'm slightly frustrated now, because if I add them to the garage, they'll probably end up going here. And I'd rather they went into the same garage. So what I might do is continue playing for a little while, because I didn't think I would, and I might buy myself a new Malloc to take up the space that was there, because they're nice and quick and easy to do and relatively cheap. But of course I'll have to do some more jobs to do that. So maybe I've given myself a new reason to play the game for a while. How about that local sports team? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for watching, and come back soon, I guess, for some more nonsense as I try and fill up some more of the spaces, although they do keep making the game harder. I think I've already pointed out several times that they've added two more parking areas, and this one at least costs 150 grand. It used to, I think it's 50 grand for all 4, and then it tended to be 50 grand each for the 4, and then they've added 2 more, and I've got a horrible feeling that this one's 150, this one might be, you know, they've just decided that the long term, the end game, the only way of extending it is to make these really expensive, which is very simplistic and a little bit piss poor, but you know, whatever. I'm still playing the game. Good. Oh, it looks like teeth, doesn't it? Look like a little mouth. What's that reflecting? Is it actually reflecting anything? No, of course not. Yellow and black, yellow and black. Good, so thanks for watching, and come back soon for more shenanigans. I probably won't label them as Mercedes DLC necessarily, because we've kind of done the Mercedes stuff specifically. So there you go. More of the same. Or slightly different. Yeah, you know the score. Bye.